Hi everyone, welcome to an Audio Developer Conference 2024 workshop teaser. My name is Jan Wilczek. I'm the founder of the Wolfson blog and YouTube channel on audio programming. And today I'm happy to chat with Anna Wszeborowska and Harriet Drury, members of the Dynamic Cast group and ADC workshop leaders. Hi Anna, hi Harriet. Could you introduce yourself to the audience?
Oh, hi. My name's Harriet. I'm a software engineer at Native Instruments. I work on sort of the iZotope branded products, but we sort of mix and match. Like Jan just said, I co-organise Dynamic Cast in London. I started the London chapter about 3 years ago now, and we've sort of been growing slowly. It's a C++ learning group for underrepresented people. And that's me, really.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Anna Wszeborowska. I'm a software developer working as a contractor in music tech currently, and also as an academic researcher on a project funded by Responsible AI UK. I would also like to give a shout out to other people who will be leading our workshop and have been preparing it for the last weeks. So we are also going to have Sohyun Im joining us. And she also is giving a talk at the conference on virtual analog modeling, which we're recommending you go and see. We also have Julia Lega from Focusrite, who's this time is serving as our Jupyter notebook expert. And we also have Pauline Niemczak, our web expert at the workshop. So yeah,
awesome.
That's us, Dynamic Cast. And for those who are hearing about us for the first time, Dynamic Cast is this peer-to-peer C++ study group for people underrepresented in tech.
Okay, awesome. That reminded me in the moment that I need someone to consult my Jupyter notebooks because somehow I'm always terrible at them. But jokes aside, so as you mentioned, at the conference, you are going to lead a workshop, and this workshop is going to be on practical machine learning, which is a very promising topic, I think. So could you briefly explain what machine learning is? I know it's a huge topic, and where do you personally use it in professional projects?
Oh, yeah, I can take this one. So I've been, the way I've been explaining this to people as we've sort of been building up to this workshop is to say that it's a subset artificial intelligence. It's sort of how I like to start when I sort of show the field. So you've got your Venn diagram, you've got AI, and then inside that you've got machine learning. So it's a field of artificial intelligence, and it sort of focuses on algorithms which you can use to make sense of data that you feed. So you feed data in. You've got I like to use an engine analogy, like a V4 or V8 engine analogy, and then you can feed it back out. So you deal with models, is sort of the idea. So with the models, you can learn from data, and that will then sort of find patterns in that data, and that can all happen without being explicitly programmed, which is why we're seeing it a lot in audio these days, because we commonly use it for DSP purposes. So here at iZotope, we've been we've been using AI for a while, machining for a while, but one of our biggest uses is to sort of replace DSP or put DSP around, signal processing around our machine learning models. So the nicest example I like to give is our latest version of RX11. I worked with the research team. They sort of, they're the up-to-date people with the models and stuff. So they were training the models, they were passing us the models, and then we were putting them into RX11. So Dialogue Isolate is actually mostly a machine learning model that we inference with TF-Lite, for example, an edited version of TF-Lite, so that it can run in real time, basically. And that's sort of how we use it. It can start really basic, which is what this workshop is, and then you can go all the way up to using it in professional software such as RX. That's how I describe machine learning.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. And I think it's an amazingly brief yet accurate description of what machine learning is. So I think that already should encourage people to visit the workshop. But in terms of the actual content, could you maybe elaborate on what will the workshop be about and what will the attendees do?
Yeah, happy to take this one then. So what we have planned for the workshop is to take an existing generative model and show people how they can embed it in an existing application. that we have also prepared for the purpose of this workshop. And then inference on it to generate new sounds. And then we will be showing people how you can interact with this model in real time. And also on top of that, train your custom interactions with it. So essentially, we will be dealing with two different models here. One, we will take this existing generative model. In our case, it's going to be a variational autoencoder developed at IRCAM called RAVE. It's a very popular model currently for real-time interaction. And we will be guiding people through the process of creating their own model. In our case, it's going to be a simple regression model, and training their own gestural interactions with it. So we will also guide people through the process of choosing the right layers of the model, and then showing them how to train it, how to tweak hyperparameters, how to evaluate their model, and then again embed it in an existing application, basically hook it up with an existing UI.
Okay, awesome. So you'll actually lead them through all the stages of professional machine learning product development. So it's really, really encouraging.
Yes, so that's the idea. The one thing that distinguishes this application from a real world use case is that it's a prototype written in Python, hopefully for simplicity. While in real world, we would have to port it to C++ for performance issues. So we are, for instance, using a very large buffer size to make sure this application doesn't have like quality issues. But it's just a prototype. But the idea is that we would guide people through all the stages of like a real world application development that uses machine learning, like ready models, but we'll do it in Python.
Yeah, sure. I understand. Like, I guess if you had to do it, with the C++ implementation, the whole workshop would turn into a machine learning bootcamp or something similar. Yeah, so
exactly. Honestly, we could go on for days. That's true. Yeah. Okay. So we are publishing the whole repository as an open source repo on GitHub, so people are free to dive deeper with it. Obviously, we will not have time to cover each stage in the amount of depth we would hope for, but hopefully it's a good starting point for people to understand what it means to use machine learning in their music applications.
Okay, awesome. And when you were designing the workshop, did you have any particular audience in mind? Like, can you specify who is this workshop for specifically?
Yeah, I can take this one. So when this is our third year with the Audio Developer Conference, we've been lucky enough to run these sort of like, we call them like the practical series. And when we pitched this to the folks at the Audio Developer Conference, we were saying that we wanted something that was a bit more beginner friendly, that was able to cover a whole portion of a topic within the 3-hour workshop timeframe. So to that end, we're trying to push this workshop specifically for beginners because it's self-contained. So because we've done a lot of the background stuff, so there's obviously a lot that we're not going to cover, such as like web sockets and stuff like that. We're going to try and keep the implementation of that to one side, but we want to make sure that we can sort of just give a good overview for beginners, or say people who may understand Python or may understand some audio programming but want to sort of get into the side of machine learning. That's who we're aiming for, and we're hoping, again, because we're publishing all the code, anyone with more experience is obviously, of course, welcome to come as well if they feel like they want like a refresher, or if they want to, dig deeper and just look at the project themselves and, keep going. So we're trying to be as flexible as possible, but we are trying to aim for those beginners who would like that sort of fundamental knowledge of machine learning.
Okay, awesome. So with that being said, are there any prerequisites to take part in the workshop in terms of knowledge or tools that one must bring with them?
Yes, we would like to ask people to install Jupyter Notebook upfront. Have like a Python installation on their machine, Jupyter Notebook, and Git. that would be the requirements. We are happy to help people go through the installation of these tools if they show up a bit earlier. For the workshop, we'll be there probably 20 minutes before the workshop start. So please feel free to come earlier. We will try to help you out. So yes, it would be beneficial if people are already somewhat familiar with Python or can read the code and reason about it, but we will try to guide people across levels as much as we can.
Okay, awesome. So thank you, Anna. Thank you, Harriet, for sharing information on the Practical Machine Learning workshop. I'm looking forward to see you both at ADC. And to all the viewers, don't forget to check out the workshop led by Dynamic Cask. It's available both in person and online. So see you there. Thank you.
See you.
Bye.